Now we are going to discuss the second group of Protista. We have already discussed the first group, Chrysophytes. The second group is Dinoflagellates, the second group of Protista organisms. We can see the characteristic features of Dinoflagellates. The one is these organisms are mostly marine. We can see that these organisms in the marine water, right? And these are photosynthetic. Okay, habitat is a marine and the living style is a photosynthetic. These organisms are having some kind of a pigment in their bodies or cells. They can able to perform the photosynthetic activity and produce the food material by themselves. Latter depends on pigment present. When we observe that in plants also the photosynthetic pigments are not same in all plants, right? We know that nearly 250 to 400 pigments are there, right? And carotenoids, phycobilins, many pigments are there. All together they help in the process of photosynthesis. The same way here also the pigments are in different color, right? Just to see that depends on pigment present in their cells, they are yellow. If the yellow color pigments are there in the plant body, they are looking in yellow in color. If they are present in green color pigment is there, they are looking in green color. If the brown color pigment is there, they externally appear in brown color. If the blue color pigment is present, they are looking at or appearing in blue color. If the red color is there, externally appear red in color. So that all pigments are not the same. They have a different pigments in their cells. They are yellow and some are green, some are brown, some are blue, some are red in color, right? And here it is a cell wall has a stiff cellulose plates. When you observe that the cell wall, from the beginning onwards, these organisms are having a strong cell wall, right? Here it is a cell wall contains a cellulose. Cellulose is a component of cell wall, right? And it is most of them have two flagella. It is the name, when you observe the name, dinoflagellate. Di in the sense of two, right? So two flagella are present in it. Okay, and these flagella produce a spinning movement. Okay, when you observe that the flagella are moving like a spin-like structure, like a spinning, right? Whenever the flagella is producing a spinning movement, these have a special name. Those are called whirling whips. These are called whirling whips. Because of the movement of flagellae, these dinoflagellates are also called as whirling whips. Later, nucleus has condensed chromosomes. Okay, when you observe the structure of a nucleus, inside the nucleus we can observe the chromosomes are in the pose of condensed state. So this condensed state of chromosomes containing nucleus is called mesokaryon. It is also called mesokaryon, right? Later, marine dinoflagellates like some examples are given here, right? One is the Noctiluca. Marine dinoflagellate, one example. Noctiluca shows the bioluminescence. Bioluminescence in the sense of when you observe that the habitat of these organisms are marine. Marine in the sense of not marine water is not having the same kind of light ability and salinity. They are having a different zones and different conditions. When you observe that from the surface to the 200 meters, one condition is there. 200 to 2000 is one condition. 2000 to 6000 meters depth. Its conditions are completely different and availability of the water also be different and living organisms are also different. Why? Because to sustain in such kind of unfavorable conditions, the organisms have to show some adaptations. So we can see in dinoflagellates also one kind of an adaptation to survive in the dark conditions. Like these organisms mostly present in the depth of the ocean. In the depth of the ocean, after 2000 meters depth in the oceans, we cannot find any light because light cannot penetrate after 200 meters to 2000 meters. So that to sustain in such kind of conditions, these organisms are having a kind of an adaptation, that's nothing but bioluminescence. Bioluminescence means these organisms can able to produce a light. The part of a body is producing a light, that condition is called bioluminescence, right? That is the one example of a dinoflagellates. And later, one more example for dinoflagellate is a red dinoflagellates. Right? I told you that already these are different in colors: yellow, green, brown, blue, red. Right? So if the dinoflagellates are red in color, examples: goniolax. Example of a red color diflagellates: goniolax. Goniolax is make the sea appear red in color. Right? We are knowing that the Mediterranean Sea, Red Sea generally called as. Why it is red in color? The water is not in red in color. The water in the ocean is looking like a sea, looking like a red in color. Why? Because the presence of red dinoflagellate. And in villages also we are seeing that the green color water. The water is not in green color, right? Because of the kind of a diatoms present in the water, they are appearing in green color. The complete water looking like a green in color. In the same way, here also red dinoflagellates are present in the seas. The sea appear in the red color. Later, these are producing some toxins. These are producing toxins. They are releasing, even they kill the marine animals. Sometimes they can kill the